والمرء طول عمره ما عاش يحيا أملا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we will be covering types of water or aqsam al-miyah. I will be covering Matn Abi Shujaa, the famous book in Fiqh al-Shafi'i that we all know. So the Shaykh says, al-miyahu allati yajuzu biha at-tatahhuru أو بها التطهير 7 مياه ماء السماء وماء البحر وماء النهر وماء البئر وماء العين وماء الثلج وماء البرد. So the Shaykh says the water that you can use to purify yourself are 7 types. So he's talking about the water, the sources of water. So he says the water you can use are ma'u sama, the water that comes from the sky, ma'ul bahar, water that comes from the ocean or ocean water, also river water and water that's taken from a well, spring water and water which is also, you can say, snow or hailstone, ma'ul bard. So the Shaykh here is only telling us the sources of pure water, and this is ma'ul mutlaq, or the sources that the water comes from. So you can use this water for purification. As for in terms of the ahkam and dividing the water into different types, in the ones that you can use and the ones that are, for example, disliked for you to use, the Shaykh also says ثُمَّ الْمِيَاهُ عَلَى أَرْبَعَةِ أَقْسَامٍ. So he says the water, then we can divide it into 4 types in terms of the ruling that it takes. So he says طَاهِرٌ مُطَهِّرٌ غَيْرَ مَكْرُوهٍ. The first one is that it is pure within itself and it purifies, and also it is not makruh, it's not disliked for the person to use. And he says وَهُوَ الْمَاءُ الْمُطْلَقِ, and this is the pure, the natural water which is in its original state. Okay, so that's the first type of water you can use. That's the first type of water in terms of its ruling, and we said the Shaykh says that there are 4. The second one is also tahir wa mutahhir makruh, he says وَهُوَ الْمَاءُ الْمُشَمَّسِ. So the second type of water is water that is pure in itself and also it purifies, but he says that it is makruh for you to use, and this is water that has been radiated by the sun. It's been left out in the open and has been radiated by the sun. So we have these two. The difference between these two is one is okay for you to use, okay, it's permissible, and the other one is makruh because it's been radiated for the sun, and we'll look at the evidences for them inshallah in a bit. So the third type of water is وَطَاهِرٌ غَيْرُ مُطَهِّرٌ وهو الماء المستعمل والمتغير متغير بما خالطه من الطاهرات. So the third type, he says, is water that is pure in itself, but it does not purify. You cannot use it to purify yourself. So this type of water, he says, is water that has been used by someone else. For example, someone else took a shower with that water. He's saying you can't use that water. And also water that has been mixed with something which is pure and tahir, like if it's mixed with milk or mixed with juice, then this type of water, he's saying, it is not najis, it's not impure, it's pure, but you can't use it for ibadah because it has already it's not cold water anymore. Okay, it's not cold water anymore. That's and the evidence anyway. The fourth type of water is ma'un najis, or ma'un najis, which is water which is impure and najis or filthy. So this water, he says, وَهُوَ الَّذِي حَلَّتْ فِيهِ النَّجَاسَةِ. So this is water which has been contaminated with najasa. Okay, and then he says وَهُوَ دُونَ قُلَّتَيْن. So if it is less than قُلَّتَيْن is about 210 or 190 approximately liters of water. Okay, or situna sa'an of water. So he says if it is less than this, which is if it's small and there is najasa that falls into it or contaminates it, then that water becomes impure automatically. Okay? أو كان قلتين فتغير. It says, but if the water is more than قلتين, it is more than 210 liters or 190 liters of water approximately, then we check if it's changed in its color or smell or taste. Okay, if the water has changed, although it is abundant and the najasas fell in, if it's changed, then it is najis. If it hasn't changed in any of these three, then it is pure. Now we will look at the evidences for all of these.
والمرء طول عمره ما عاش يحيا أمله والمرء طول عمره ما عاش يحيا أمله